What if I told you that chocolate, everyone's favorite sweet comfort food, started out as a bitter, spicy bean juice that ancient people literally used as money? Yep, before it was wrapped in gold foil, chocolate was gold. So grab your favorite candy bar and get ready, because this story's got divine drinks, spicy foam, and ancient people who were way too obsessed with their beans. Quick question before we dive in. What's your favorite kind of chocolate? Dark, milk, or white? Comment below and let's see which one wins. Let's start with the Olmecs, the original mother culture of Mesoamerica, and apparently the original caffeine junkies. Around 1500 BC, while the rest of the world was still figuring out fire and farming, the Olmecs were already out here grinding cacao beans into a frothy, bitter brew. But don't imagine sweet hot chocolate. This stuff was more like liquid pepper dirt. They'd roast the beans, crush them, and mix them with chili and water. And the kicker? They called it bitter water. Because, nothing says luxury like spicy mud juice. If you had to try it, would you drink spicy chocolate? Be honest, yes or no in the comments. But here's where it gets fun. They believed this cacao drink had divine power. The Olmecs thought it came straight from the gods, which probably explains why they were okay drinking something that tasted like regret and campfire. Still, they passed the recipe on to their cultural descendants, the Maya, who took it and said, okay, let's make this actually drinkable. The Maya were the Starbucks of ancient Mesoamerica. They called their cacao drink Zocotero, meaning bitter water, and they served it everywhere, from royal feasts to religious ceremonies. But they added their own flair, honey for sweetness, chilies for kick. And then, get this, they poured it between cups from a height to make it frothy. Picture a Mayan barista yelling, "Double froth, no foam art," as chocolate splashes everywhere. That thick foam was the good stuff. It was seen as luxurious, even sacred. The more foam, the fancier the drink. Forget latte art, the Maya were flexing with gravity-powered froth. They even buried cups of chocolate with their dead, because apparently the afterlife required a to-go beverage. Heading to the underworld. Don't forget your cacao. Now, if the Olmecs invented chocolate and the Maya perfected it, the Aztecs were the ones who monetized it. These guys turned cacao beans into literal currency. You could buy food, clothes, even a pet rabbit with chocolate. 10 beans for a rabbit, 100 for a turkey, and no, there wasn't a bean ATM. People carried their wealth in cacao pouches. Imagine walking into Walmart and asking, how many beans for this TV? If you could use chocolate as money today, what's the first thing you buy? Comment it. Funniest answer gets pinned. Aztec emperors like Montezuma were obsessed with cacao. He reportedly drank 50 cups of chocolate a day, which might explain why he was always in a good mood, or constantly vibrating. But chocolate wasn't just a drink. It was sacred. It played a huge role in rituals and ceremonies. Warriors drank it before battle for energy. Priests used it in offerings. Newlyweds shared it like a romantic toast. Basically, chocolate was everything. Money, power, love, caffeine. So next time you bite into a chocolate bar, remember, you're tasting a 3,000-year-old tradition that started as spicy bean soup for gods, became currency for empires, and finally ended up as dessert for everyone. If you learned something new, drop a like. And if you think chocolate deserves its own national holiday, comment Team Cacao so YouTube knows to push this to every chocolate lover out there. Chocolate didn't just conquer your sweet tooth. It conquered history.